Hello everyone, and welcome back to Batman the Brave and the Bold, the video game. And, yeah. I'm at a loss for words already. It's probably because there's, it's probably just because it's 2 in the morning right now. So, if you're wondering why my voice is a bit low, it's because I don't want to bug anybody. But anyway. So we're continuing on through the caves of Science Island, and we're off to stop Gorilla Grodd, which, I guess since the last part I went into my history with Blue Beetle, I guess I can get into it with Grodd, which isn't much, to be real. It's mainly just like the CW show and Injustice 2. I'm trying to end this cartoon. Well, briefly. There were some really great clips from the show with Grodd. One of my favorites is like the series finale, I think. It I think he like shows up and he's got like banana pistols or something. Also the beginning of the episode, too, when the show literally jumped the shark. That was funny. So yeah, the CW show is, like, is interesting because it's just, like, I mean, he's a creation of Eobard Thawne, or very early on, like, there was no indication of Gorilla City being a thing. It didn't seem like that was a possibility, and then, you know, they kind of just shifted. Once the multiverse was in play, they've decided, like, hey, we're gonna introduce Science Eye, like, we're gonna introduce Gorilla City and make it a thing. For a while, I think it was just on Earth 3, yeah, Earth 3, and then once Crisis happened and all that fuckery took place, they molded the new Earth, and just like in the comics, Gorilla City was just a part of the main DC universe, or what they called the main DC universe in those shows. But not gonna lie, one of my favorite Grodd clips ever is in Legend of Tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm gonna talk about, but it's he travels back in time to like the mid 80s, early to mid 80s, something around there, and he's there to kill Barack Obama. It's just funny because he crashes through the door, and the first thing you hear, like, psychically, is just like, Barack Obama. Oh, it's fantastic. But yeah, greatest moment ever in the CW universe. It's fantastic. It's just out of nowhere too. It's ridiculous, and I'm all there for it. There's yeah, and then there's also Injustice 2, which is probably what I'm more familiar with as far as Grodd in media. Like, I did read a bit of the New 52 books where he's like, he has Speed Force powers or something. Yeah, like he's got super speed, and the moment that I'll remember is when the Future Flash comes into play. Like, he was from a timeline where he was too slow to stop certain events, like Wally's death and whatnot, so he goes, like, he's traveling back in time to fix his mistakes and stuff, and he stops to take out Grodd, and he places like a nanite bomb in like his ear, and Grodd can't get to it because of his stubby fingers. That's fun. But yeah, for Injustice 2, he's basically the second fiddle for Brainiac. He's, I guess, his main pawn or whatever. He's like the Injustice Society or whatever. I forget the name of it, but yeah, like he's got his group of people like Captain Cold, Reverse Flash, Catwoman, Deadshot, and I forget. I think there's one more, but I'm blanking on it. But so yeah, he's working with Brainiac, and he just fucking dies later in the game. Like Aquaman murders him. I did like, however, that in his arcade ending, like he's just like, yeah, man, he's just like, it was inevitable that fucking I was gonna betray Brainiac at some point and take over everything. Gorillas are dominant in the universe. He was another character which I didn't really like. He's one of those that I tried a few times, like I played as a few times, but never really like. He never really developed as like a mainstay or whatever. But he wasn't bad to play as. He was good. Only thing was when you fought him in like the multiverse ladders. Like some of them you're trying to earn like rewards, gear for whatever character. And I remember Grodd was such a pain in the fucking dick. Like the AI for that is just like outrageously terrible. And I don't know how they achieve that.
He's a criminal mastermind who rules his city based on the idea that he's the smartest
one.
Technology equals intelligence in his eyes. That and he likes shiny.
Oh yeah, I just remembered another place where I remember Grodd from. Justice League Heroes.
The talking didn't give it away.
There were like, it was a whole. Do you remember Justice League Heroes? It was basically just like, it was Ultimate Alliance for the Justice League, and it wasn't as good. It wasn't bad or anything. It was just, it couldn't hold a candle to what Ultimate Alliance did afterwards, because I think Justice League Heroes debuted before debuted right before Ultimate Alliance came out, and then nobody gave a shit about it. Nobody gave a shit about Justice League Heroes. I remember that kid, like, as a kid, that game was fucking difficult. After like the first few stages with Batman and Superman, I just never got past it. Or no, I got stuck. I got stuck, and then like there's a boss where it's just a floating head, and I remember I got stuck in there.
Maybe you should keep doing it. Good idea.
But yeah, there's levels where you're going through Gorilla City. I forget how many levels it's I think it's like at least 2 or 3. You're just driving through Gorilla City, and then all of a sudden you gotta beat the shit out of a monkey. Stupid monkey. That was like right before the end of the game too. I think right after that is when you go fight. Brainiac. But yeah, I remember revisiting that game like as a 12-year-old. And yeah, I did beat it. Took a bit. because the last few levels were kind of all over the place, but
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if I'm gonna get
I did it.
I really need to start thinking about which.
I may.
Yeah,
You need to start thinking about moving.
way ahead of you, Batman. Well, way above you anyway.
Let's go.
Oh, what else was I gonna talk about? I forget. I'm trying to think of where else Grodd was. I remember him in something else. I just don't remember what show it might have been. Or
This'll slow him down.
I thought for a while that he was in. I mean, he is in the Justice League animated series, but that's like
Such a cool.
right at the end of Unlimited.
Every good hero has one. You've got the Batcave somewhere.
Yes.
Well, you think the old Blue Beetle would mind if I set up shop here? Since we share the same name.
Oh,
I
where
hear he's
else?
got a pretty bad gorilla infestation. Try to stay focused.
I didn't mean now.
I think he's in Teen Titans, but I might just be misremembering things. There was some sort of ape character. But yeah, I was gonna say earlier, a little bit ago, that I thought he was, and that he and Ultra Humanite were the same. They're just
For saving the city.
different somehow, but no, they're completely different. They're both monkeys, except one of them has a giant brain sticking out of its head. Man. I love superhero shit, but I also just question everything about it.
It looks like they've breached hallways all over the complex. We need to get to the control room. It's what Grodd will be searching for.
There's a control room?
So,
Why wasn't I told this?
If we can get there before him, we can turn on the rest of the complex's security measures and put everything in
I
a
guess
lockdown state. That should drive
I
Grodd
don't think I have anything else on
What happens if
Grodd.
he gets there before us?
So I guess I'll talk about the last few levels, or I guess I'll talk about these levels in general, which honestly are a lot more fun than episode 1. At least for this revisit. Batman? Hit it. Thing is, with these levels, is that unlike episode 1, like, they remain consistently fun. Like, it's not just it's not like episode 1 where it's just like the first few missions are the first few missions are like good, and then the rest of it, like right after Catwoman shows up, that's when it falls apart. But these, I never really felt that sort of, I never felt that dread seep in. It was fun all around. I mean, each level did have their quirks, but
Hey, can I ask you something?
it never got to the point where it was just kind of like,
This thing's always riding up
it felt like a hassle after a while. The last few Catwoman missions, like when you're going through the demolished building and the underground stuff, I didn't care for it all. So
Saying I might remind you.
Oh, right. Sorry, buddy. No offense.
other than that, like there's also like there's a really fun section which we'll come up to in part, or I should say 2 parts later, but Yeah, there's a really fun level, which is plays on some video game tropes at the time. I dig it. What was I gonna say? I forget. I forget, honestly. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. We were talking about something.
Oh, right. Thanks for the heads up. I'll just not go down there then.
Good plan.
But yeah, as far as some other levels concerned, like this is my favorite. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about. I guess I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in case I haven't, you can not only is there's plot important gadgets like for like that small lockpick where it opens up the doors and stuff, but you can also buy like side weapons. Like there's the brass knuckles there. You can get a laser sword later, and I forget what else. Like there's other ones too. There's like Bat C4. But yeah, you can go back to certain levels and you can get into certain areas with a certain gadget or upgrade or whatnot. Hey, there's the monkey.
So before, when you said it would be a bad thing if Grodd beat us here, how bad were you thinking?
Pretty bad.
Really bad?
As in, he now controls every robot in the complex.
I was afraid of that.
Ah, so the heroes have arrived.
Fucking monkey.
Continue our chat in a more comfortable setting.
Damn monkey. So next up, next time we're doing a boss fight. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. So until then, everyone, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. If you're new, I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, take care of yourselves. See ya.